Yeah, certainly is a big one for Liverpool on Wednesday. Just quickly before we finish, myself, Dan and Joe will pick our teams for Spurs. I assume that we're all going to go for Alisson in goal, gents. I'll start with you, Joe. Do you want to pick a back four for us?
Yeah, so Alisson in goal. I mean, it all depends on Joel Matip, doesn't it? Who, if he's going to be fit, I think automatically starts, and then you just go same again. Trent, Fabinho, Matip, and Robertson. But if he's not fit, personally, I think you go with a Nat Phillips. I prefer a centre half in there, especially considering Fabinho's not, in inverted commas, technically a centre half, is he? But he's played ever so well there. So Matip's fit, Matip. If not, Phillips. I know we're running out of time, but just to say, I think after watching the Fulham game, Liverpool look a bit shot, and I agree with Christian. I think that the next month is, on paper, kind to Liverpool, but I almost think if they can get through to Christmas around the top of the table, even if they're level on points, a point off, 2 points off, and try and get in the January window, get active, get players back fit, I still think they'll be massive favourites for the second half of the season. But I think now, I just think they look shattered. I think the players look shattered. I think the amount of games that they've had, plus the injuries that they've had, are starting to really catch up on them now. And I think it was a good effort in Fulham in the second half just to keep that ticking over. So Matip is one of those players that just doesn't look capable of playing this amount of games in this short time. And to be honest, I think it was a failure of Liverpool in the summer not to recognise that Matip hasn't played a lot of games throughout his Liverpool career, and to think that they could get through. I do think it was a bit of a failure, to be perfectly honest. But you don't want to make too many criticisms of the way this Liverpool team and club has been run, because they've been run so well. But I do think it's one slight regret they must have. But yeah, that's taken away from what my back four was, which is just same again if Matip's fit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you'll agree with that one, Dan. Trent did come off against Fulham and struggled a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be straight back into the side for this one. Who are you going to go for in midfield?
Well, I'm almost inclined to go same again there as well. There aren't a massive load of options. We don't know about Naby Keita's fitness. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was on the bench at Fulham, which was good to see for the first time this season. I think he will definitely have a part to play for Liverpool in the coming weeks, but I'm not sure throwing him straight into a game like Tottenham at home would be the right thing to do to bring him back. Henderson, provided he's not being asked to fill in at centre back, is a gimme in the middle of the park. I think Gini Wijnaldum, Mr. Perpetual Motion, the Duracell man, I think he's got to keep on going. And to be honest, I think Curtis Jones is in the team on merit and deserves to stay in the team on merit. I think he was outstanding in the second half yesterday. I think if that goal when he ran from the halfway line had gone in, I think I'd still be running around Sefton Park now, to be honest. What I was impressed more than anything else second half was the drive and the responsibility he's shown when it was a bad day at the office. Liverpool were not at the races. I think Fulham have been forgotten in all this. Fulham deserve a lot of credit. Fulham have been pretty good the last couple of weeks and made it really hard for Liverpool yesterday. But Curtis decided, no, he was relentless. We are going to keep going. We are going to keep probing. We will find the goal from somewhere. And it was him that won the free kick that led to the penalty with a lovely little shimmy on the edge of the box. So he's played a lot of games, but he's young. He's running on adrenaline. I think that would be my three: Henderson, Wijnaldum, Curtis.
Yeah, absolutely in agreement with that. Do you agree with that, Joe? And would you go for the usual front three?
Yes and yes. Go along with all that Dan just said about Curtis Jones. I think we've spoken a few times about the maturity he's played with this season. It was a wonderful run, wasn't it? It was up out my seat thinking, come on, just score. And I was pretty gutted he didn't get that one in. But yeah, Liverpool don't really have a lot of options. I think I would have probably have gone for Jota had he been fit. But again, he's not fit. I thought Minamino did all right second half, but I still don't think he's doing enough to really force his way into the team. I don't quite know where his best position is at this stage. And I'm not convinced taking a Firmino out for a Minamino is really making Liverpool any better. So, yeah, it's weird because I almost do want to freshen it up because they didn't start well at Fulham. But
But
the
who is
flip
that?
side of that is who is that? You know, Oxlade-Chamberlain's one that it's almost tempting to say, yeah, you get him in, but I don't think it's the wisest calls to throw him in a game like Tottenham. So yeah, I mean, hopefully he can come off the bench and get some minutes. But yeah, I think it's got to be the same front three.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see Oxlade-Chamberlain at some point, be it on Wednesday or possibly Crystal Palace next weekend. And I'm sure Liverpool will be drawing up plans to remember Gerard Houllier during that game on Wednesday as well. Once again, our thoughts here at Blood Red and the Liverpool Echo are with Gerard Houlier's friends and family at this difficult time. But from myself, Matt Addison, from Christian Walsh, from Joe Rimmer and from Dan Kay. Until next time here on the Blood Red channel, thank you for joining us and goodbye for now.